Jake Skin of the Boxed In podcast, delighted to be joined here by Kacie Doocey. Now your third win. How does that feel?
So good. I think every win just feels different, but in a good way. So like my first one, I think I was just buzzing off my head, and then you start getting even more like focused on your next performance and what to do next. And I'm just really happy, and I think I get happier every time.
What would you say that you learned in there tonight?
Definitely that there's a lot of tough opponents. You're a really tough opponent. Even though I feel like I won all the rounds and I did what I needed to do. Just to keep to the game plan and just do whatever it is to win, really. And I think I did a good job. And my team are happy with it, so I'm happy.
Speaking of your team, obviously just off camera there with Stephen Nettleship, I see the relationship that you guys have, working really close together. Must be great to have someone like Steve, just constantly backing you.
Yeah, he's always hyping me up, but never to where I'm not humble. There's always stuff to work on. There's always stuff to improve, but he reminds me who I am, why I'm doing it. And yeah, he boosts my confidence up really, a lot, and he's best trainer I could have asked for all my fights.
So I was speaking to your dad a bit off camera. He was saying how such good quality sparring you've had for, this camp and the previous camps. You've been in there like Terry Harper. Yeah. What is it, like just being in with these guys that are, that they're world champions already, and they're sparring them?
It's very surreal, and when you think about it, it brings you back to how much you've improved. I've had rounds with Chantel Cameron, Sandy Ryan, Terry Harper. They're all world champions, and they're all very different in style. So it's very good for me to adapt to any fighter, and it just puts into perspective how well I'm doing. But I'm like a perfectionist. I always want more, which is good.
Did you ever think that you'd kind of be here? You just reeled the names there, Sandy, right? They are massive names. Only 3-0 as a professional. Did you, when you started boxing, did you ever imagine that it'd even get to this point?
I always knew, in myself, that I wanted to get to that, but I didn't know it'd come so fast. It literally feels like 2 seconds ago that I were starting amateurs, and then it's all of a sudden happened all at once. And I couldn't. It's just really surreal when I think about it, but just love all the journey so far.
Speaking of the journey so far, what's next? What ideally, what would you want next?
So I think I'd like to have another 6 or 8 rounder, and then go for a title fight at the end of the year. I want titles, so many belts as I can get.
Any particular title? An eliminator for a British or an English, or is it whatever you can get your hands on?
Yeah, whichever. I'd love a British. I'd love to go up the ranks, properly. But I'm one of them. If there's an opportunity, then I will take it. I'm ready for it. So.
Are we just kind of waiting for you now to almost launch onto that big stage? You said you're ready for the opportunities. You've been on 3 small horse shows. Are we now waiting to see Kacie Doocey on a major stage?
I think my team are right in saying it's all experience. They don't want to rush. And I agree. I think all fights are good fights, but then you get to a certain stage, and so if it comes, it comes. And I'd love to do a title fight.
And finally, just a word on your fans and your sponsors. I know off camera how much you were saying that they mean to you. So just a shout out to those guys.
Yeah, a shout out to all my sponsors. They all mean so much, because I won't even be able to do these shows with obviously a lot of people don't know how much boxing costs. So my sponsors are a massive part. KCM, Century Cladding, Jason Mortgages, Holdfast, Industrial Cleaning Contractors, Brian Led, Waste Removals, Dream Winds, CPD Bodies, one more I think, Prove Wood-Fired Pizza, and Barnett Contracts. They literally all help me so much, and even though it's people think, what do really sponsors get, but they're using their hard work money to invest in me, and I really appreciate it. So thank you to everyone and all my supporters.
Do you think it kind of just shows, how important it is? And like you say, they're almost now on that journey with you. and seeing you go from, making your pro debut, now 3-0, and hopefully a lot more to come in the future.
Yeah, it's very important, and they're a massive, huge part, and I'll remember them. Like, I remember them all from the fights. Like when you see them at the tables, whoever buys a ticket, you always remember them people and who's helped you, and I'll definitely help them when I'm big and famous.
Kacie Doocey, thank you very much for your time.